What is going on, everyone? Sean from All Things EV here, and this video is all about the Nikola Badger. This is a pickup truck that's either going to be battery electric or fuel cell electric / hydrogen. And this was launched yesterday. Nikola started taking orders or pre-orders for the pickup truck. And I've been following sort of loosely along people's comments. I've even thrown in some tweets about my thoughts about this, and I kept thinking as they kept ramping up the hype about this truck that it looks strangely familiar. And today I finally realized why it looks so familiar. It looks strangely like the Ford Raptor, the F-150, that's their performance version, in my opinion at least. And you can tell me if you disagree, but I think this looks a lot like the Ford Raptor. Anyways, that's not the purpose of this video. I want to talk through some of my thoughts and comments about Nikola as well as the Badger. First off, this Badger does not exist in real life. All we've seen so far are computer generated or graphics of this pickup truck. I've got two options. I've got the battery electric as well as the fuel cell. It looks like the battery electric is going to have up to 300 miles of range starting at $60,000, and the fuel cell will have up to 600 miles of range starting at $80,000. And there are three packages that you can select. The Honey package, that $5,000 goes towards the purchase price of your truck. You get some VIP backstage meet and greets for Nikola World 2020. And then you get 25 entries to win a Nikola Badger giveaway. So I guess they're giving one of these away. And it also notates that your deposit is fully refundable. However, if you end up going to Nikola World, that $250 ticket price will not be refundable. And then they've got the Predator package at $1,000, the Instinct package at $250. So again, there's no physical truck. They haven't shown a physical truck. There's no videos of it. There's no real pictures of this truck. So it leads me to believe that this truck does not even exist at the moment. You're putting money down for a vehicle that does not exist, where specs are likely to change. So what are they basing this off of? Do they have a mule somewhere? Have they converted a Ford F-150 Raptor to their own platform? How are they basing these specs on? That's my first question. And why don't they have something that people can see? It's clear Nikola is taking a very, very different approach. I've had the good fortune of attending Tesla's pickup truck event as well as Rivian's, and both you attend the event live, they bring the trucks out on stage, they go through the specs, and you get to test ride in them, and you get to see them in person, and you get to ask their reps questions. None of that here with the Badger. You're expected to put money down on a vehicle that you haven't seen in person. You know, this actually reminds me of a glorified GoFundMe. This is a GoFundMe for a pickup truck that does not exist. Now, I did actually have the opportunity to attend Nikola World 2019, where they did have the physical prototypes for their semi-trucks, and they showed them driving around and hauling a trailer. They also allowed us to walk through one of the vehicles, which I thought was really interesting. They had some of their technology on display, but not the Nikola Badger. The Nikola Badger was not there. So not only is Nikola expecting you to put money down on a vehicle that you have not seen, you're not going to be able to see it until December. Now we're just moving into July, so we're talking about 6 months. You're putting $5,000 down on a vehicle that you haven't seen yet in person, and you won't see until 6 months from now. Maybe some videos demonstrating this vehicle might actually help me believe that this is real, that might help me not be as critical about the company and about this product, but there's a lot that Nikola needs to prove in order for me to jump on and support this company. I know nothing about their battery pack, their cells, who's supplying them, what does their battery management system look like? Are they developing their own software? Are they outsourcing that? What does their charging network look like? Are they going to use third party? What type of charging plug will they use? Will it be a standard CCS combo? Will it be their own proprietary? And what about their fuel cell electric vehicle? There's a lot that I need to understand about that. The second reservation I have is about this infrastructure, this refueling infrastructure for their hydrogen pickup truck. Are Badger owners going to be expected to go to the same refueling stations as the semi-trucks? Where are these refueling stations? They don't exist right now. So Nikola has to figure out these refueling stations. Are they going to build these in advance before they start producing not only their semi-truck, but also their pickup truck? Actually, I take that back. They're not going to be producing their pickup truck. They're going to outsource it to an OEM. So how can Nikola expect for a reservation holder to refuel this vehicle? Because to the best of my knowledge, there are no hydrogen refueling stations in residential houses. I don't even know if that's actually safe and allowed. Someone please correct me and add in the comments if it is legal to add a refueling station, a hydrogen refueling station in a residential house. Now you might be thinking in your head, didn't Tesla create their own charging network from scratch? Yes, they did, but they also had the existing electrical grid to leverage to build that network out. That took over 100 years to develop that network, that electrical grid. So with Nikola, they don't have that advantage, and they're starting much further back from where Tesla did when they first started building out their supercharger network. In summary, I'm incredibly skeptical of this company, of their products. There's just not enough information and not enough details for me to really jump on and say, yes, I will support this company who is developing this zero emissions platform for commercial trucking as well as a pickup truck. I'm open to being convinced, but I need to see things. I need more detail. A lot of these things are just not thought out, and it seems like they're putting the cart before the horse, and that is where a lot of the criticism and skepticism from me is coming from. So Nikola, if you're listening, Trevor, if you're watching, I would love some more details. Do they exist right now? If they don't, just be upfront with me and everyone else who's curious about your products. Let them know that you're working on them, that you don't have a current prototype for the Badger, and that it will be ready by December. As for me, I would never put down $5,000 or any amount of money for a truck that only exists in photos. I don't know, what are your thoughts? Do you feel the same? Or are you on board with what Nikola's doing with their Badger and semi-trucks? Sound off in the comments down below. Sean Mitchell, All Things EV, and I'll catch everyone on the next video.